안녕하세요. 저는 조섭니다. 즐거운 야마얀치 보내세요. Happy holidays. I hope I'm getting that right. I think I am. I practiced it. So I think I got it right. But it's Christmas time and I'm back and I'm feeling good, and I guess SM really wanted to give us some gifts this year for Christmas, and so NCT Dream has also released this song called Candy. Now, I know that this is the song is from an older group from back in the day, from the 90s, group called HOT or Hot. I'm not sure if they went with the HOT or if they just went with the acronym for Hot, but it was originally a song done then, and so NCT Dream has done a cover version of it, and they wanted to release it for a Christmas themed album, and it's been doing very well as far as its I believe it's pre-orders and such. So in the Christmas spirit, continuing with the holiday spirit, let's check out this one from NCT Dream.
몰래 다른 여자들과 비교했지. 자꾸만 깨어지는 화상 속에 혼자서 울고 있는 초라하게 갇혀버린 나를 보았어. 너도 날 거야, 너도 날 거야, 하지만 아직까지 사랑하는 걸.
그래 그렇지만 내 맘속에 너를 잊어갈 거야. 머리 위로 비친 내 하늘 바라다 보며 널 향한 마음을 이제는 굳혔지만 웬일인지 내게 더 다가갈수록 우린 같은 하늘 아래서 있었지. 단지 널 사랑해 이렇게 말했지. 이제껏 준비했던 많은 말을 뒤로 한 채
Definitely, definitely does have like a 90s sort of feel to it, you know, like let's see, the opening, maybe the main verse parts, very 90s, like in the percussion, in the chorusy sort of the chorus parts, which are chorusy and like the harmonization and stuff. I'm wondering if maybe some of the parts are rewritten, like as far as the lyrics, or if it's like a direct cover. I don't know if maybe some of the NCT Dream members wanted to write like newer lyrics for their take on it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if that was the case. But you have that throwback sort of feel in the drums. A lot, the percussion, that sort of you know, it's punchy, but the percussion signal is also very sort of wet with like the reverb, right? It's very strong in the mix, and then in a couple of those sections that come, I'm thinking it's a pre-chorus, maybe even a bridge section, but it really has that NCT feel to it, like that NCT Dream feel when that bass comes in. The bass is, for what I've heard anyways, right, for NCT Dream, the bass is, it's almost like a signature a sound in the mix for their songs, right? So there's a couple of sections in here, I believe it's pre-chorus and maybe bridge, where you get that bass sound that comes in. It's sort of like a swept bass that just, to me, I'm like, oh, that's a little bit of the NCT like flavor on it, you know what I mean? But it's very cool. It's very fun, very bright, very colorful, you know, cheery, upbeat, the kind of thing you would release at Christmas. Very interesting. You know, I'm going to have to maybe listen to the original and compare, just to see what sort of things might have been stylistically, you know, updated or altered here and there. Maybe probably some things in the mix, of course, because you have the original recording, which you'd probably, you know, most of those sounds will be done using plugins now, things like that. So, but it definitely does have like a 90s feel. So a 90s song done by, you know, a group today, and I think it sort of evens out. It has like oddly, it has like a 2000s feel to it, kind of, you know what I mean? Just somewhere in between, right? Just some between in the visuals and the sounds and everything that's going on. You get a 90s song, a 2020 group, and it kind of has like a 2000s feel to it. I don't know, you know what I mean? It has that kind of character to it. But let's see, definitely in 4. I was not expecting like this to be this sound or whatever. This intro part right here, like this percussion that you hear, like that's very, very old school. That's very 90s. The scratch hits too. So we got this. It almost has like that Grease kind of feel to it, right? Like boom, 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 right? It has like something similar to that. Then you have that swept sort of synthesizer sound that's going on. So both kind of throwbacks, you know what I mean? Like definitely a take on an old school sound. I was not expecting like these rhythms at all, like from the title, or you know what I mean. Like I wasn't expecting any of the sound that this actually has, though. Not even close. So there's crazy synth in here, man. Like synth keys that are going on. You hear that bounce, 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 bounce. Like that's really a bright, high pitched kind of a synthesizer sound. Again, another throwback, and other little synthesizer melody parts in there throughout. It's a nice bass line too part that's coming in here. It's the throwback bass in this part. This is like, it's going to change in one of these upcoming sections, and I'll be like, oh, there, that's the NCT Dream bass that I'm like have associated with the group sound. But this is a throwback sort of a bass sound right here. '90s to bam, ba-dum, bam, bam, ba, all that stuff. This is all throwback '90s stuff right here. All of it. The rhythms in the rap part, it feels more modern. I'd have to go back and listen again to the original, but the delivery, and that's going to be because of the performance. It's going to be because of the group. They're a current group, but the delivery feels much more modern. Yeah, all that, the breaks, the scratches, right, all of that stuff. 90s, straight up 90s. I can't remember how far back it was DDR stuff came out. Was that in the 90s? I feel like maybe it was late 90s, right? So it feels more like a 2000s thing, but it could have been late 90s, 98, 99 or something like that. But still, so far in the overall mix, a lot of these are throwback sounds. You got a lot of 16th note work going on in the percussion rhythms. You get like a 2, a 4, and everything else is pretty straightforward. Those synth hits, that's going on in the mix. Again, that's bass line. This is not yet the NCT Dream sort of bass sound yet. Here we go. So you hear that boom, 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 like that sort of swept, really like huge round bass sound. That to me has become like, okay, this is NCT Dream. Like when I hear that bass sound now, I'm like, okay, that's who this is, right? really nice vocal work there, man. Really, really good. Like between those registers, you had that very high falsetto that was going on, and then the other voice that was harmonizing a little bit lower, still in that upper sort of range. Like we're not quite talking like tenor yet, right? But not up in the falsetto area, but the two running on that sort of harmonization there. It's very, very good vocal work, man. They're cool. They're a good group. They're very talented, for sure. Throwback sound again. Now it's a little more that NCT sound. Yeah, so even the wardrobe, I mean, just looking at this thumbnail for the original one, you see they're all wearing those sort of coveralls, the colors, the hats, the accessories. So they really did call back a lot of the 90s, inspiration, the styles as far as the sound and also the visuals and everything. But very cool stuff, very, very much. SM just decided like they were gonna give us a whole bunch of cool stuff, fun stuff for the Christmas holidays, but it was a very interesting take, and I do want to maybe give a listen to the original, and I'm just like super curious as far as how it compares, what that original mix sounds like, where it breaks down, where a section might change up. It's a very, very interesting sound. It especially the opening, right? It I don't know, it almost reminded me of like the some of that the So Taiji stuff that I heard. Like I could definitely like imagine some of this stuff being done in the same way, with some instrumental bass and guitar and drums, and then the synthesizer sounds added on top of that, and then the vocal work also, like when that chorus comes around and you have a harmonization, like the sort of chorusy chant going on as far as that section, and then adding in the sort of breakdown sections where it feels much more modern and much more like NCT Dream. Once that sort of signature like swept bass sound comes in, which is always very fun. That's it's just something I've come to associate with the group, and I'm sure not every track has that, but the ones that I've heard so far, the bass is always like a very important part of it. And it kind of makes sense because I think it gives it really supports both those higher end vocal registers that you hear on some of the sung melodies, but also the rap sections, the particular rap voices for this group. It did just that signature sort of bass sound really works to support all of the vocal delivery of these particular voices, right? understanding that this is only a subunit of actual NCT, right, with like all the other members in it. But for some reason, this group right here, this NCT Dream subunit, that bass just like works with all of their voices, and so it's just, that's why it's just something that I've associated with the sound in general overall. But another fun one from SM. I don't know, maybe we must have been good this year or something, because between the this one and then we got the aespa and Red Velvet together. Like, oh man, this is quite the year as far as SM and the holidays. You know what I mean? So that was very cool. Yeah, definitely can see the 90s inspiration, a little bit of homage to the original song and group, and also just the era, probably just the overall like feel, and yeah, to me and this is just probably just my subjective take on it, but the contemporary group doing a take on the 90s track from the 90s group, and it somehow, to me, it kind of evens out in the middle somewhere, and almost has like a 2000s feel to it, which is cool. It works. It's nostalgic, but it's also bright, and it's also upbeat, so it's gonna work. It's gonna work for the holidays. It's gonna work for Christmas. It manages to pull it all off. It catches it, you know what I mean? So that was fun. NCT Dream, they're really good, man. Like, they're solid. Everything I've heard from them, I've enjoyed it so far, So another Christmas tune to check out. I got more. I'm thinking from now until Christmas, I'm gonna be doing some of these Christmas themed songs. I believe on what I want to do is this. On the 24th here, I'm gonna include in the upload, whichever one it happens to be. I think I know which one it's gonna be already, but whichever one it happens to be, I'm gonna include a link for what I consider to be my favorite Christmas song. It's not, I mean, it's a Christmas song, right? But it's more like a song about Christmas. It'll make sense when you hear it, you know what I mean? Like, you'll get what I'm saying. It's not really a Christmas song, although it is, but it's much more like a song that is about Christmas. And it'll be outside the realm of K-pop, because this is something I heard a long time ago, and I just sort of like never get, I've always loved it. I think it's a really good song, and so I just wanted to share that. I think many of you will enjoy it. I think you're gonna have a good time with it, and so but I'll include that for the video that I will release here in just a couple days on the 24th for Christmas Eve. And then there should be another video for the 25th for Christmas proper, and that'll be here the 25th. The timing's always a little, because depending on where you are, it might already be the next day, but I mean, I tried to get it in there, at least close to the time. It should be around there. If it's a little bit past, just we're just catching up over here, so that's all that's going on. But it's fun. It feels good to be back. And again, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay with your family. Have fun. Eat food. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy all of it. I'll actually be at work on Christmas. I mean, I'm gonna make some overtime, so I'll just think of it that way. But I will have a video out for sure, and so yeah, we'll look forward to that. And NCT Dream with Candy, a very cool, well executed, sort of a throwback to a 90s group. Really captured a lot of sounds and styles from the 90s, and also incorporating their own signature sound in there, and creating something very fun and bright for the holidays in the process. So that was very cool. NCT Dream with Candy.